Guys, it's me, Ashley, and I'm sorry for the crappy lighting. That window, the curtain is not working right now, so it's closed, so you'd probably get better lighting if that curtain was open. But as you can see from the title up there, this is probably going to be a different kind of video. Uh, you know, and, how do I say this? But the thing is that I thought about making this video for a while. Like I jumped back and forth. I just never really got the time to do it. I didn't think that you guys needed to know this, because it's kind of like my thing, But I've never really been ashamed or afraid of hiding it, and I've had no reason to, like, ever in my life. But but the Orlando shooting at the Pulse nightclub happened last Sunday, and after some time I decided that would be very important for me, and since it's LGBTQ Awareness Month, and that I believe that this should be addressed. But this is not, but this video is not going to be like most of the other videos where it gets all so, like, emotional and people are crying, because I'm not ashamed of being this. I never have been. I have never, like, been completely persecuted or made fun of because of this. I never have. And I'm happy to be this. I'm happy to announce this. I probably could have announced this before, but I just didn't feel like doing it, not because I didn't want to. I just didn't, like, there's just other things on my mind. But I'm just gonna say it. I am bisexual. Now, it's so good to say that. I don't know. Anyways, as a little girl, I always was into boys, I always had crushes on boys. I've been craving that dick since I was one, I never went through that cootie phase, like, by first grade, I was like, oh, he's cute, like, there's just a bunch of cute boys, and I was always so blunt about it, too. I remember 4th grade, there was this kid named Michael, and I had a huge crush on him, so during recess, I went up to him, I said, hey, Michael, I love you, and I remember he ran away from me, so, that happened. Then 7th grade came around, and, like, when you're 7th grade, it seems like everybody's, like, becoming a teenager, it seems like, oh my god, I'm gonna be so cool, and there was a lot of really pretty girls, and, like, before, I'm like, yeah, I could acknowledge girls were pretty, but I started thinking about them more. I was thinking about them sexually. I was around maybe 12 at the time. I was like 12 when I started thinking about girls sexually. And I knew what bisexuality was. I knew it. And I remember I went to my mom, and I was like, Mom, like, this is really awkward for me to tell you, as it would be normally, but, like, I'm having these sexual thoughts about girls. Like, I dream of, like, making out with them and having sex with them. Like, I don't get it. Like, no, I did get it, but I was, like, confused, because I was never like this before, but I'm like, I think I'm bisexual. And my mom's kind of smiled at me, and she was like, you know what, like, I used to think the same thing, too, when you were young, and that didn't happen to me. I mean, if you're bisexual, that's great. I'm proud of you, and I will always love you no matter what sexuality you are. But let's just give this a couple more years, because right now you're 12 and your hormones are probably going nuts right now. But if you come back to me in a few years and say that you're bisexual, I will love and accept you, like, I love you just the way you are. And it was nice, for me to tell that to my mom, and my mom was like, yeah, okay, yeah, maybe we should wait a little bit before you, like, actually, because, like, yeah, it's true, my hormones were going crazy. I didn't know if I was lesbian, I didn't know if I was straight, didn't know if I was bisexual, I didn't know what I was, really. I knew what they meant, and I was never, like, a homophobe, right? And so, with each passing year, I would, like, recognize more and more of my bisexuality, and I would tell my mom, and she'd be like, let's just wait a little bit, let's wait a little bit. And then, like, last spring, I, like, couldn't, like, hold it in any longer. So I went to my mom one night and I was like, Mom, I'm 16. Was I 16? Yeah, I was 16. Um, Mom, I'm 16 years old, okay? I'm bisexual. And my mom just hugged me and she was like, that's great, Ashley. I'm really proud of you. You know, I still love you. I always loved you. You know, I now love you just the way you are. So I was really happy that my mom accepted that last year. Like she finally just kind of accepted, you know what, it's not going to change, at least for a while, you know, if it does. But she accepted the fact that I was bisexual. And then I had to tell my dad. So the next day we were at a diner and I was like, Dad, look, I'm bisexual. And this is like the only time I've ever been like upset about this sort of thing. But my dad kind of looked at me and said, what does that mean? And I'm like, means I'm like both girls and boys dad. And I've only dated boys. I've never kissed a girl, I mean, except once when like I was like 4 though. I was like 4, I was my best friend at the time. But I've never like kissed a boy. I mean, I've never kissed a girl. I've never kissed a girl, that's what I meant to say. I've never kissed a girl and I never had a girlfriend. So like, my dad thought that to be bisexual, you have to be dating both genders at the same time, which is not true. And so he was just making all these crazy accusations. And then, like, my 2 best friends are in the LGBTQ community. And then he accused me of sleeping with them. And I got really pissed off at him. And I was like, look, you know, you could attack me, okay? I don't care. But do not go for my friends, you know? Like, that is off limits. They have nothing to do with this. I've not been sleeping around with my friends. And I talked to him like a couple months later about it, and I realized that he wasn't trying to attack me, he was just ignorant about what this sexuality, like bisexuality, he was ignorant to what that was. So after I explained it to him, he genuinely like welcomed it, you know. He's like, you know what, I love you, you know, just the way you are. I mean, my dad agreed with my mom, and both of my parents like accepted the fact that I was bisexual. I basically told all my friends by that point that I was bisexual, so they were like, yeah, you know, that's cool, you know, everybody knew I was bisexual, my outer family, which accepted me. So it took a little while for my dad to, kind of, like, process it. My dad didn't mean to, like, hurt my feelings like that. He revealed to me later that he was just totally ignorant about this whole situation, and he didn't really know what being bisexual means. He thought by being bisexual, I was cheating on Tim, which is my boyfriend, with a girl, which I was not. And yeah, that's how I came out to my parents. And I noticed, like, for all these I'm sorry, I want to hug a pillow right now. I noticed for all these videos how people are crying and they're like, oh my god, it's so emotional. But really, it's not an emotional journey for me. I'm happy, you know? I don't need to cry about it. I don't need to get so emotional about it, because it just kind of, for me, is what it is, and I can't really do a thing about that, you know? And, I mean, I can't change who I am. So, like, I'm bisexual. So, yeah, and real people, and if you are in the LGBTQ community, you're not alone. If you are closeted, you know, and you can't come out, you're not alone. There's many other people that are facing a situation where they have to stay inside the closet because homophobic parents or their religion or whatever, you know. And I'm so sorry that you have to go through that. Honestly, like, the one reason why I didn't want to make this video is because I didn't think that, like, many people could relate to it, since my story was so easy, besides the fact that my dad didn't really understand, you know? But I just want to let you guys know now that both my parents understand that I'm bisexual, and they accept it. They accept me. They don't have to love me despite that. They love me with that, you know? You know, both of my parents, that's why I didn't, like, because everybody else is bringing up how these, like, hard stories of them being made fun of, or, like, bullied, or, like, or pressure to be straight, and it just never was like that for me. And I didn't think that maybe by making this video I was like, oh man, I really had it easy. I've had it extremely easy compared to other people, you know? And so, like, why even make this video? It's just like, because, I don't know. Maybe that's what everybody's looking for, drama, maybe. But yeah, but like for me, it just is kind of a blessing to be who I am. There's no need for me to cry about it. It's a bit weird because I still never dated or kissed a girl, but just because of that, and it's kind of difficult because I'm like, am I really bisexual? But like, I realize I still have romantic and sexual feelings towards girls, so of course I'm bisexual. And I wouldn't change my experience coming out for the entire world, okay? I'm glad that I was able to educate my dad on sexualities and genders and everything. Um, but like, everybody's really accepting of me. I've never been bullied for being bisexual. I never have been, and I've just had a wonderful experience. I mean, like, of coming out. And I just wanted to pass this on to you guys since the recent nightclub shooting, and it's LGBTQ awareness month. I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak. But you're not alone if you're bisexual, pansexual, queer, trans, asexual, lesbian, gay, you know, gender fluid. You're not alone because I promise you there's many other people that are dealing with that right now. And it's okay to be yourself, okay? And if you're worried about religion, don't worry, okay? Because if there is a God, I think being gay will be the last sin on his list. I think he's got plenty more sins that are more problematic than being gay, you know? I really feel that. And I feel like that God made me in his own image. God set this path down for me. And if he wants me to be this, if he set down my path. Um, but yeah, that was me coming out of the closet to YouTube. I'm just pretty much out to everybody else. YouTube is like the only platform where I'm not out yet. So yeah, that's basically it. So if you are LGBTQ or you're in the closet or you came out, you're not alone. If you want to message me, saying, what, I'm dealing with this right now, you totally message me because I will get enough messages. So I hope you guys like this video. Sounds really weird. I really just talked about my sexuality. I'm just like, ah, no, I don't care. This is what I am. But it is. And, I guess that's why I'm not so emotional because I've known it for years. I've known it ever since I was like 11 or 12. So I'm not really that emotional. I've came out to everybody. Everybody still likes me. So, I mean, I guess I got lucky. So yeah. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and stay gay. Alright, bye guys.